Hello everyone, and one more video about the newly added Tana AI features. So in my previous video, I mostly focused on AI enhanced fields and the stuff that can bring towards sort of populating information quickly and stuff like that. And I also showed you how you can use the Ask Tana feature to sort of get quickly some information. But I'm also using that same feature for quite a bit, trying to sort of help me in my day-to-day work. So first of all, there's often times that I want to have synonyms for a word or something like that. And instead of going to a dictionary, you can just go and say, hey, I want dog, and then ask GTP to give me 10 synonyms. Easy. And it will start a request in the background to OpenAI, and it will give you the synonyms. So this is just a generic way to ask the GTP about almost anything in the context of this. And the cool stuff is if you see something that you use a lot, then you can actually sort of convert that into a specific sort of command. So in this case, let's try and do that for this specific one. Let's remove these, and we're gonna do a feature that is a command. So ask for synonyms. Now we have a new feature if you command K and do convert into command note. And what actually happens is you can see it changes this little icon here, and basically you can do all kinds of very cool stuff. In this case, I'm just going to do add and then ask GTP, which is the most basic one. And you can add a configuration here, but I'll opt to go into the prompt workbench, which is the one I use for these things. It's because it's most easy. In this case, the test content will be dog, since we've been using that. And the prompt is give me synonyms. I really seem to struggle with this word. There we go. See, easier. For the word, and then you use the title expression with a semicolon. There we go. Name. So give me synonyms for the word dog. Let's test the completion, and the results will actually be a couple of synonyms. Some synonyms for the word dog are canine, pup, pooch, hound, mutt, and mongrel. Now, similar as in my previous video, there's some sort of effort required to get this in a way you want to, at least I want to. In this case, the little bit of presets, like some synonyms for the word dog, is not so necessary. So just return a list of synonyms, each on a new line. I really should learn how to spell synonym, but yeah, this works just fine. And let's retest it. And wait for a bit, and wait for a bit more. There we go. And you can actually see now it's also doing some interesting stuff, that there's a lot more now. And I think mostly I would be okay with 5 synonyms. So in this case, let's assume this will actually work. But I also don't want it to be too consistent, because sometimes if I'm just having 5, let's just have it be reasonably creative and see what it gets us. Let's see. Sometimes creative actually gets, but the benefit of this is that if I rerun it, it actually gives you different ones. So it ended with Fido, canine, pooch, hound. It's actually not that creative right now. Maybe we can even make it even more creative. Well, the creativity temperature actually should yield different results, but maybe these are so strongly embedded that it will always return these. So let's make it 10 synonyms and let's call it a day. If I close this, this is actually all I have to do. Now, if I go here and then ask for synonyms, and I can just run this, and it will actually do what I called it to do. So that's the first feature where you can actually use this. Now, what I've been doing is, once I had a command that I use for quite a bit, what I tend to do is actually go into my workspace and I make a set of commands where I actually put them. So in this case, I will just drag this command over there and make sure that I will keep it into the, where did it go? That's special. Let's go back. let's go in there, and we can actually put it in there and then bring it there. So this way it keeps all of my commands together. Now for the observer, you can also see there's a little bit more special commands, and that's actually like an API command. And I'll go into that in my next video. But for this, you can actually, for instance, get a Wikipedia definition, or basically you can call any other API. But for now, let's go back into looking at a little bit more what we can do with the Tana features. So in this case, we've been diving into HTTP, and if you edit the configuration, you can see sort of like what's happening here. You can see the prompts and actually stuff like that and how it works. Now, one of the things I've been doing here is, aside from using GTP, there's also a lot of cool other stuff you can do with commands. For instance, say you want to automatically add a tag, or you want to do multiple things. So set a field and add a tag, something like that. So in this case, let's say, let's ask for a few dog names. Give me a list of dog names, each on a different line. In this case, we're going to just ask GTP to do it, and hopefully it will just do it without too much of a hassle. So we can actually control now here. In this case, there's still numbers, so do not number them. It has a very obsession with always numbering everything. As GTP, and there we go. Now, say in this case, I want to tag everything with a dog, like with the tag dog. Of course, we can still already do that by just adding a tag. But say we want to also pre-fill some stuff here. So let's see if we can make that work. So in this case, let's make a command. Let's tag as dog and set field owner to me. There we go. Let's convert this into a command node. And the first part would be to tag it as a dog. So if we tap add, you can see there's a lot of actually commands that you can do. So let's see, set view type, add tags. So let's start there, add tags, add configuration. You can see which tags you want to add here. And we're gonna add let's add the tag dog. We actually don't have this tag yet, so we need to create it and then reference it. Let's see, can we do this? There, dog, no. Maybe this actually works, I don't know. Let's just do it like this. Let's see if this works. Tag as dog, and this case, no, it does not work. So we need to create a super tag dog. Dog. Convert it to a super tag, and then put that one in there. Let's see, tag as dog and set field owner. Yeah, so now it actually works. So you needed to create the tag first and create a reference there. Let's remove this for now because we want to add some other stuff that we actually think is important. So we close this configuration, and then we say we want to set a field value. So let's do another fields to set. So we're going to set an owner field, which we don't have yet because we're going to read it. And we're going to set it to me. In this case, that's everything. And now we're just going to select all of them and say tag as dog and set owner to me. And as you can see, underneath, there's now the owner set to me. The cool thing here is that you can sort of combine things you do very often into a single command and then rerun that command as many times as you want. And it's a really cool structure to sort of quickly make some additions to Tana. Okay, so this was a short video on commands. There's much more to learn, and I will show you some more examples in later videos.